This Venezuelan man was pulled over by the police and administered DUI roadside sobriety test in English. He was arrested, booked, and processed for DUI. Now, we're trying to get this case dismissed by arguing to the judge that everything done was unconstitutional. In this video, I'm going to make the case to you that this evidence is unreliable. I'm going to do that by playing segments of the sworn testimony from the courtroom motion. I'm also going to play portions of the body camera footage. During your interaction, did you recognize that English was not his primary language?
I did.
And at what point in time did you realize that?
When he was speaking to me in the car.
That first question lays out the core of my argument. My client's here in the United States on a temporary visa. He's fleeing from a tyrannical and unjust Venezuelan government. On the night of the stop, he'd only been living in the United States for a few months. He was in Orlando on a first date, dating a woman from Venezuela.
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
I live here next door.
Where do you live?
Exactly.
¿Habla inglés? Pero no habla inglés, porque mi español es muy mal.
Me neither.
This is an all or nothing situation for my client. If we can't get these charges dismissed, he can't stay in the United States legally. That's what makes this court hearing so important. If we win this court hearing, the charges will likely be dismissed. That's because a large portion of the state's evidence will be excluded from trial, meaning the jury will never hear that a breath test was offered and that a breath test was refused. So if we win, his pathway towards citizenship remains open. If the state wins, our fight's not over. We continue on to the next stage in the process, jury trial. We've got a good case for trial either way, so I'm not afraid of jury trial, but that's a risk that a lot of clients don't want to take because if we're going to jury trial, jail becomes an option. Most people don't want to risk going to jail. Surprise, surprise. After listening to the evidence, I want you to cast your vote down below. If you side with the defense that this is a BS arrest, hashtag drop the charges. If you agree with the police, hashtag book them. Who was it that responded to the scene?
As my backup?
Yes.
Officer.
An officer does speak Spanish, correct?
Correct.
When the stopping officer arrives on the scene, the arresting officer gives him a very short briefing. Listen to what he says here.
So, I'm going to pull him out and do FSEs.
Okay.
Because he's gone.
Okay.
So the officers walk up to the car. The stopping officer approaches the driver's side. The Spanish-speaking backup officer is on the passenger side. They get the driver out and step off to the side to discuss field sobriety. The Spanish-speaking officer stays with the passenger of the vehicle.
All right, sir. Can you do me a favor and step out for me, please?
Sure.
We're going to go talk over here in the parking lot. If you can close the door. You can close the door. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Sure.
Have I threatened you to get me to talk to you?
Sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Me, I'm a girl.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what threatened mean?
What about?
Have I threatened you?
Okay.
No entiendo, right? You don't understand?
No.
Okay. Let me see.
We live like.
Hold on.
Okay.
¿Alguna persona le ha amenazado primero algo para tocar con usted cuando hable con mí? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're saying yes. Have I threatened you to talk to me?
No, just we live like cross the street is in our house. That's it.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
it.
can you help me real quick? I don't think he understands.
Okay.
Trying to read him, and
Okay.
he keeps just saying yes. I
Okay.
asked him if I threatened him.
You want me to read them in Spanish?
Yes,
For you?
please.
¿Cómo estás tú? Bien. Bien.
So, le voy a hacer varias preguntas, ¿ok?
Ah, okay.
Lo único que estoy buscando es que me diga un simple sí o un simple no.
Okay.
Alright. So, usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio. ¿Usted entiende?
Sí.
Ok. Lo que usted diga podrá ser usado en su contra en una corte. ¿Usted entiende eso?
Sí.
He was advised of his Miranda rights at some point in time, correct?
Correct.
Did you do that in English?
I did.
All right. And did you follow up and do it in Spanish?
I did.
And then what happened?
And then I believe my partner asked if he wanted to talk to me. He said yes. And then we performed FSCs.
And this is where it gets a little bit confusing. Your partner goes back to the vehicle and starts talking to the female passenger, correct?
Correct.
Where were you coming from?
Downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Partying with my friend. We're going to International Drive. And then she lives next door.
You could go if you want.
Yeah. We live next door.
And he remains with the female passenger throughout the field sobriety exercise, correct?
Correct.
Did you drink today?
No, just one couple. Just one couple.
One drink?
Just one drink during around 4 hours. 4 hours.
4 hours ago, you had one drink.
Yeah.
What kind of drink?
Vodka.
Vodka, and what?
Vodka with, margarita.
A margarita?
Yeah.
How big was your margarita?
Like this.
Okay. Right now, I'd like to perform some exercises to
Okay.
dispel my belief that you are driving this vehicle while intoxicated.
Perfect.
Are you
perfect.
willing to perform these exercises to dispel my fear that you've been drinking and driving?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the exercises?
If you ask me for,
Okay. Do you wear contacts or glasses?
I don't know.
Any reason why you wouldn't use your Spanish translator that you needed for initial communication to communicate the field sobriety exercises?
I believed he understood me because he was saying that yes, he understands multiple times.
What about during the one leg stand when he says, I don't understand?
I asked him, what don't you understand? And I elaborated.
Do you think that's sufficient?
I believe so.
Do you think that's fair?
I did.
Okay.
My English is not like yours.
Okay. So do me a favor and put your right foot in front of your left foot like this.
Oh, like, okay.
Your right foot in front of your left foot like this.
Okay.
Put it down and then arms by your side. I want you to stay like that, okay? Don't move until I tell you to move, okay?
Okay.
All right? What I'm going to have you do is a series of steps, okay? I want you to walk heel to toe all the way up till 9.
Like,
I want you to take 9.
Nine
Yep,
steps.
you see this line? Put your
Okay.
hands to your side. You see this line? I'm going to want you to walk 9 steps. When you get to the 9th step, I need you to make a series of small steps, turn, and take 9 back.
Okay.
Put your hands down by your side, on your side. Your side. It's going to look something like this.
Okay.
While you're walking, I want you to count out loud.
Okay.
Okay? It's going to sound like this. 1,
No,
Two.
I agree.
3, so on and so forth until I tell you to get to 9.
I agree.
Once you get to 9, you need to make a series of small pivot steps and count backward 1, 2,
2,
3,
9
all the way
back,
up into
9
9. Okay?
Okay.
Put your feet. You may begin whenever you're ready.
Okay. Next
That's
door.
fine. Go ahead and stand back right over there. Go ahead and put your feet together by your side. All right. Nope, by your side like this. Okay?
Okay.
Now what I want you to do, I want you to raise one foot. It doesn't matter which one you want. Whichever one you want.
Okay.
6 inches above the ground. It's about the size of a Coke can. Un soda.
Like if I
Like un can of soda.
Exactly.
¿Entiendes?
kind of. Okay.
Okay. I want you to raise your leg about 6 inches off the ground, like this. Your arms down by your side, your toes pointing. You have to look down at your toe, and I want you to count.
Count.
1001, 1002, 1003, until I tell you to stop. Don't start yet. Okay?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Kind of.
Okay. What don't you understand?
How about what you say?
Okay. So you pick up a foot, whichever one you want, 6 inches off the floor.
1,
Look,
2,
don't start yet.
3.
Don't start yet.
Okay.
Start until when I
You
tell you to
tell-
start.
you
I
tell me, you
I
tell
will
me, you
tell
tell
you. Yes. I want you to count 1001, 1002, 1003, so on and so forth
Yeah.
until I tell you to stop.
Okay.
While you're counting, hands need to stay by your side and need to look down at your toes.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
If you haven't voted yet, pick a team. Hashtag drop the charges or hashtag book them.
What did you do at the conclusion of the field sobriety exercises?
Placed under arrest.
And could you please state your basis for placing the defendant under arrest?
It was my entire interaction with them, the driving pattern, the speech, everything I observed while I was interacting with them, the exercises.
Can your friend drive?
I mean, what I say,
How long has she lived here?
like two blocks from here.
So the reasons why you pulled him out of the vehicle, you have a driving pattern, sweating, and then slurred speech. Accurate?
Correct.
Okay.
And repeating.
And repeat himself? Okay, well, let's talk about that. Do you know when he's repeating himself, can you make a distinction between he's repeating himself because he doesn't understand what you're saying, he's a Spanish speaker, versus doesn't understand what you're saying, impairment?
Speculation.
As can he?
I think he asked it properly. He said, "Can you tell me?"
Can you repeat
It
it?
can and can't.
Can you make a determination between the repeating things because he doesn't understand based on a language barrier, that's one option, or the other option, repeating things based upon impairment? Can you tell a difference between those two?
No, sir.
Okay. Was it clear to you that he didn't understand 100% of your words?
Yes, sir.
Regardless of your opinions of the case, the judge didn't agree with me legally and denied the motion to suppress. The judge ruled that the stop, detention, and arrest of the Venezuelan man was justified. However, she excluded the results of the roadside sobriety exercises based upon their inherent unreliability as they were administered. So that evidence is excluded, meaning the jury will never hear about the roadside sobriety exercises. All the video that you watched will be excluded and the video will stop as soon as he asks him to get out of the car. That's called redacted. Are you surprised by that ruling? That in a situation like this, the arrest is still deemed lawful? That just tells you how low the probable cause standard really is. This isn't the first video I've done where this has happened. I'll put a link to some other ones up there. Even though we lost the motion, I think we have a really good trial case. My client's got nothing to lose. He either wins this all or he's going back home to Venezuela. A short time after the motion, there was a natural shift in personnel at the state attorney's office. The new prosecutor picked up the file and called me to talk about the case. After a brief conversation, we did it. The charges were dropped. Did you know that Florida recently modified their stand your ground laws to include riot protections? Yeah, after this past year of craziness, Florida changed their law. If you haven't done your research on it, you haven't taken any training on it, you might want to check out that video. Hit it hard.